We have 5 pawns pushing through, and the tier 2 is just coming online. That timing couldn't be more tragic for the purple commander. He will have no units to stop this, and the air player still has not held. This is where the whole game was cracked wide open, but it didn't start here. Let's roll it back. Welcome back, commanders, brothers, and metal scrap collectors. As every chaotic game begins, it begins with scouts. We have a couple of rovers coming down here looking for perhaps some damage, but they will be denied immediately with a few blitzes. But let's head over to our key player, Louis Ja 1, the blue commander, ranking 39 OS. He will be carrying blue to the front line. And just as we started, yellow is looking to get some early game damage. Mac Mustard coming in here with a few rovers, designing to get some perhaps economic damage, looking to hinder blue team start and further the economic advantage of the red team as he dives straight head first. Gets a huge split here on all his units. His 8 PM will be put to the test here, as already 1 unit has been left to die. His other unit has entered the back. His APM is high though, as he's able to micro 2 units. Yes, 2. That is in fact more than 1. But let's zoom out here and let's see what the map is bringing to us. Players are starting to get to their lines of choice where they will stop the enemy advancement, as more economic damage is relentless here. Another mech will fall down. That is crippling to blue's economy, skyrocketing red ahead as green is desperately pinging for assistance, forgotten about in the cardboard box. A huge Janus shot connects her, blowing that blitz sky high into a different dimension. Let's take a step back from the action and introduce the red commander who will be carrying the red team to victory, Crimson Sushi. I'm a man of sushi myself. I love my salmon sushi. How about you guys? Let me know what your favorite sushi is down in the comments below. I would love to hear that. But now, as commanders enter, their lines have been drawn. This is to prevent enemy leakages that we just saw earlier that can completely devastate your economy. So every commander needs to be up at their post as soon as possible. Pawns are looking to skate through. Blitzes are here to match though. Looks like a little seesaw. Huge decon comes out, connects on 2. Boom goes the dynamite. And those blitzes went to go see Robot Jesus. As we zoom out on the action, we have plenty of fighting now on the right hand flank here. 1 unit drops down. Johnny 3Y here doing devastating damage, stopping pink right in its tracks. But Sushi here is coming, and he's coming fast, so he has to make work. Johnny needs to get decisive damage here or he will be getting 2v1'd, and that is never a fun time. The rocket bots here shelling away, getting good damage, preventing testing from moving up. But Sushi here coming in from the flank to look for some huge D-guns. Now, how does the economy work in Baller as we're watching these two scrap it out? Well, these metal extractors are scattered around the map, and that's what you see these players fighting for. These metal extractors, this is how you mainly get metal in the early game. And they are very important to hold, not only for denying the enemy, but securing themselves for your own team. And now we have the double team has started here. He's getting hit by both flanks, which does increase the damage he is taking. He is looking to be devastated. Miss micro there. Oh my lord, turn off the camera. That wasn't a D-gun, that was a war crime in progress. And this man just lost 6 units for virtually free. Johnny 3Y now looking to be 3 feet under as he walks his commander forward, questioning his life choices and how he got to this moment. He wants to back up here, terrified of Sushi. He wants to save his commander, because when units do die, and beyond all reason, they leave behind 60 to 70% of the metal they are made of, which can definitely swing a game on its head. When a commander dies, that's 1.3 thousand metal. That is an insane amount. To put that into perspective, right now Sushi is only gaining 24, so that would propel his economy ahead of the enemy for a couple of minutes, giving him a huge economic advantage. But as the right flank comes down, let's zoom out on the map and see what has been happening. The middle side have just been drawing their lines, but blue on the left hand flank here is looking to push in hard and fast. The rocket bots here shelling away onto the blitzes, looking to poke down, but Max Mustard here, commander's half HP. He could be a threat, but right now he seems to be drinking his favorite Mountain Dew down in the sewers. Maybe some mustard on that. Mustard and Mountain Dew, that sounds like one nasty combo. But with this guy, you never know what he's going to do. The Janus here looking to deny any push-ups as these things have huge splash radiuses. One shot coming out that will chunk the commander down by 18%. That is big damage. Janus on the right here, but they overstep and get shut down immediately by the Rocketeers, preventing any further advancements. Blue J1 is in a very dangerous spot as he can be flanked on all three sides, but with good micro, he may prevail. As the fight starts to calm down, let's once again zoom out and head over to Crimson Sushi, and he's managed to had a breakthrough here. The floodgates are starting to open and it's pouring through as two lone pawns here have made it through, to devastating the metal extractors. Those are two going down so far, and this man, he's gonna be hoping he filed his taxes because he's gonna be down on his payments without having these metal extractors up to front him that cash. With some good micro here, he could avoid these rockets flying his way. One pawn is all it needs to devastate the economy of multiple players. The lone survivor, he sees blood in the water. What else can he achieve here? Oh, he's been abandoned by his commander. Perhaps his commander went to go get milk. I don't know. But that is a sad sight to see, as this pawn could have done much more damage. But anyways, let's head over to the middle of the map here because we have a huge fight. Walls are coming up left and right. The lone survivor sentry here holding down the fort, and the favorite unit of every Beyond All Reason player, Whistlers, that just love to fire away. When your micro is not good, when in doubt, build some Whistlers, as these things can trade incredibly effective. Couple of Rocketeer looking to sandwich. They are not in a prime position as it's a 3v2 here. With some good micro, they might be able to prevail. Pink making a huge blunder. He put the pedal to the metal, and bro rammed straight into the light post here as his units are just dying for free. Not only that, but they're dying on the side of blue here, which will give huge metal for the blue team. 1.1k here on the middle of the map here. This has to be reclaimed now. And Overwatch is coming up, locking down this area, testing here, desperately trying to get the reclaim. Green here also perhaps overextending. The action is endless. The fighting is non-stop. Another commander has dropped over here on the left flank, but nothing too significant yet. We are now heading 9 minutes into the game. Why is that an important minute mark, you may be asking? Well, this is generally when tier 2 is going to start coming online. As you can see here, Green getting his tier 2 metal extractors up. He will also be giving these over to his teammate to increase their economy. Tier 1 to tier 2 metal extractors are quite a significant jump, as if we look at this one, it's only giving 2 metal a second, while this one back here is 7.3. So getting these up fast and effective can definitely swing the game. But meanwhile, both flanks here, left and the right here, are falling rapidly. Who can push harder and who can push faster? I'm going to say it's blue. Let's zoom in on this action. As the Rocketeers are pushing up, the Blitzes are forced to hold the line. They have to hold the door. They cannot let them inside their house, for devastation awaits them. The Blitzes smell blood in the water. With some good micro, they can dodge these rockets here. Are his hands ready? Arms? Nope. Miss micro. The Janus here getting big value. They could have hit these clumps and perhaps one-shot them. Will they get another fire off? One shot fires. The second one fires big damage. The air support has now been called in to stun them in their tracks. Shurikens are so annoying and frustrating to fight because they just lock down every tier 1 unit, and this push is now dead in its tracks. As long as the air is on top, where is the blue air player? AFK, sleeping on the keyboard. Maybe his monitor is off, or maybe he's watching anime on the side. We don't know, but he is not present. And that is going to kick blue in the bum as he's forced to push up here alone, and the Shurikens are relentless, forcing his commander to be the only anti-air. But the reclaim is there. This will propel blue now way ahead of anyone else's economy. Let's zoom out once again and see what's happening on the middle side. Blue and orange here, handshaking, no aggression. How about in the right hand flank here? Purple chilling, red and pink also looking to chill, where Sushi, my salmon lover, has a bit of a flank going. 8 pawns putting the pedal to the metal here, looking to gas themselves up as they run into the backline. At the moment here, if we zoom out, there is nothing to stop this. The air player still sleeping at the keyboard. That man might as well just be a passenger on this plane ride because he ain't even playing the game, as these pawns are now in the backline cooking blue into a nice barbecue. The pawns are sitting still. Perhaps Crimson Sushi's eating a piece of sushi right now as he's not able to get in there and do some more damage. half his units are AFK, just like my brain cells from watching this gameplay. And we are just chilling. But red here, he's now back on the ball. The aggression is relentless. Can we get anything else done? Oh, wait, this is huge. We have 5 pawns pushing through, and the tier 2 is just coming online. That timing couldn't be more tragic for the purple commander. He will have no units to stop this, and the air player still has not held. But the pawns are now in. They smell blood. The Stoot is not the unit you want to be building. You want blitzes here. With some good micro, he can split these pawns up into catastrophic damage, perhaps ending the game right here. The Winds farms are going up like dynamite. It's a beautiful fireworks show if you're a red team enjoyer, and a shovel and a graveyard waiting if you're a blue team enjoyer. The Shurikens, the air player, finally woke up from his 12-minute nap and is now playing the game. But oh god, turn off the camera. Someone look away. This is gonna be 18 plus after that. No. The pawns now pushing in, continuously devastating the right side flank here. The Winds are dropping like flies. The economy in shambles. What can blue do to respond? The left hand flank has been completely shut down. Meanwhile, the right push is still ongoing. But let me tell you something. That metal field looking good. Someone grab my fork. I'm hungry, bro. That's 1.6k metal, and that's on the menu, and I'm a hungry goblin. It's an all-you-can-eat buffet. Make that 2k metal. I'm salivating over here. Anyways, back onto the front line. We have multiple Stoots shelling away against the Brutes. Stoot versus Brutes. The casual Cortex versus Armada standoff here. Stoots firing away, doing some nice chip damage, but the metal fields are just growing. No one's getting this reclaim. The map is slowly starting to turn into a no man's land. Corpses litter everywhere. Pawns dying left and right. Stoots firing to their heart's content. Another Overwatch is going to come up, but in this man's dreams, as that will be shut down completely. No exceptions. One con turret here healing up the commander, but blue team is slowly falling apart. If we zoom out here, we can clearly see blue, the J1 here, got a huge push in with 7 Jaguars. This is good for the anti-air since he knew his air player was AFK. He went Jaguars. Right now there's no response. The devastation is catastrophic. The floodgates have been opening, and flooding through are nothing but Jaguars. There's nothing to stop this. Orange went tier 2 at possibly the worst time. He'll be regretting this decision as he's forced into early retirement. The Jaguars are shredding through the economy of the red team, and there's nothing to stop this. Blue somehow brought this back from the brink of defeat as they continue up the pressure. The ticks are now tickling away at the Winds. Where is red team's response? Sushi here is probably typing to his teammate, getting angry. He types man in the chat. He's crashing out as his team is fumbling the bag. This man is crashing harder than the stock market did in the 1900s. This is down bad over here, man. Anyway, we zoom out. There's a huge... Wow, where did this metal field come from, dude? Is it my birthday or did I hit the lottery? That's 8k metal on the ground and red sucking that thing up. Grab your straws, boys, because it's feeding time. But meanwhile, let's take a second to zoom out on the map. What has happened and what has transpired? Well, blue did devastating damage over on the left flank. Red did devastating damage on the right hand flank. But I would say blue has definitely done more damage. The metal field is also on the side of blue here, which is just as valuable as doing damage as that 6k metal. That is so much eco. And what do we have here? We have a couple of termites, pesky little things, slowly killing the res bots, trying to reclaim the metal. The Overwatch is up, trying to lock down these reclaim fields, but there's nothing to stop this. A resign vote has been called out once again, but I think red could look to stabilize here, but their morale may be slipping as they've lost 3 players at this moment, where blue has only lost 2. This is where you need the mental fortitude to keep going. You need the willpower to know you are locked in and you can bring this one back. A weak mental sometimes loses games. Let's hope red team is locking it in. The recluses here doing big damage though, but they are just going to become feed to the enemy. Nice D-gun coming out from Tim Bob, shutting these termites down right in their track, calling pest control, and Tim Bob was there. The air player waking up will eventually caused red team to pass the revival, and that's going to be GG. What an action-packed game. Chaotic, corpses flying everywhere, and throws left and right. If I had to give the MVP to one player alone this game, I would have to actually give it to Sushi. I think he played very well, but J1 also had an incredible game. Let me know who you guys thought was the MVP down in the comments below. Or maybe it was the air player. Here are the damage numbers. Hope you guys have a great one. Make sure to like and subscribe, and peace.